Ali is the one who allowed Yusuf to be saved from the well. Ali is the one who split the sea for Musa. And Ali is the one who was the root of all the jealousy that the Zalimos had towards the Ahl al-Bayt. Ali is the one that when they looked upon him, they felt nothing but anger towards him. Ali is the one that when they saw his children, they wanted nothing more than their blood to be shed. And Ali is the one that when they saw his house, they saw nothing more than a place that they could burn down and cause pain and suffering towards the Ahlul Bayt. The Ahlul Bayt have had a very hard and stressful and trying and a life full of trials and tribulations. That no matter how much good that they do, there is always a group of people that cannot see the good that they carry forward into this life, that cannot see the nur that they have within them. Every single one of our leaders and our mullahs have either been poisoned or have been killed by the sword. And every single one of our mullahs have either been on house arrest or have been put in jail, separated from their families. One was even taken to a land so far away that he was not even able to visit the grave of his grandfather or see his sister or be with his children. And one was put in such a prison that he was not able to sit or stand. And one was given such a poison that his own liver was broken into pieces and he had to throw it up. And one was such that he was kept hungry and thirsty for 3 days. And that day that he had to be martyred, his beard was black. And by the time of his death, his beard was not only white, but it was red. And that redness was from the blood of his 6-month-old child. And all he wanted was water for this 6-month-old child. And then the father of them all, who completely devoted his life to Islam, who completely gave his life to Islam and for the well-being of human beings, was killed in the position of sajda by a sword that was kept in poison for 3 days and 3 nights. So much so that the agony that it caused him on his deathbed was not seen anywhere else. However, this all started when the mother of us believers and the mother of our mullahs was pierced by a nail from a door, and the hands were burned by fire, and the child within her was killed and martyred. We saw that the 3 people had come, that Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman, they had come and they lit the door of Fatima Zahra on fire. And Fatima Zahra, Bibi Fatima Zahra, she says that, do you know whose house you are burning down? Do you know whose house you are trying to enter? This is the same house that Malakul Maut would knock before entering, so that it can come and collect the soul of my father in respect to me. This is the same house that Angel Jibreel would bring clothes for my children. And you are trying to enter the same house where the Quran was revealed. And Umar then says that I do not care whose house this is. I do not care who lives within this house. All I want is Ali to come out here and give bay'ah to Abu Bakr. And so the house, the door is lit upon fire. Bibi Fatima, she takes her own two hands, the hands that have never seen work in the fields, the hands that have never seen any type of calamities, the hands that have never seen any type of difficulties. She takes those hands and she places it upon the door of her house. The door of her house begins to erupt in fire, and the fire touches the hands of Fatima. The hands of Fatima begin to burn, and she has to let go for a quick second. But within that same second, the door is kicked down by Umar. And when he kicks down the door, there is a nail that pierces the belly of Fatima. It pierces the belly of Fatima. She is pushed upon the floor. And what do? Do they walk around the door? Do they try and not hurt her anymore? They walk right on top of the door as she is underneath, and they step upon the door. And what does she say? She says, Fizza! Fizza! I think my Mohsin has passed away. I think Mohsin is dead. Oh Fizza, come help me, for these men, they have hurt me. When Umar hears the cries of Fatima, what does he do? Does he tell her to calm down? Does he say, I am sorry, oh daughter of Rasulullah? He instead takes his cursed hand and he slaps the face of Bibi Fatima. And he says, if you do not be quiet right now, I swear by Allah, I will kill you here. He slaps the face of Bibi Fatima. They go into the room where Ali is. They go into the room where Ali is. And what do they do to my Mawla? What do they do to our Mawla? The Mawla that we do Zanjir for. The Mawla that we do Qama for. They take a rope and they tie it around the neck of Ali ibn Abi Talib. And they drag my Mawla outside of his own house. When Fatima sees this, she begins to touch Imam Ali and grab his feet and says that let my husband go. Let my husband go. This is my man.